pretty high brush.
For the first time, Hideko Hamamoto is returning to her birthplace, Amache, a Japanese incarceration camp, one of 10 during World War II.
120,000 Japanese and Japanese Americans within 4 months were put into barracks. I mean, how does that happen?
Innocent families like Hideko's were ripped from their homes and forced onto buses and trains with only what they could carry. The majority, U.S. citizens, seen as a security threat for merely looking like the enemy after the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
Being on the ground here for your first time in 80 years, what is it like?
I was a little shocked at how desolate it was driving here and imagining my parents on the train with the windows shuttered and that long drive. Where are they going? They didn't know where they would end up. And I think that's what bothered me most, because the train tracks were parallel to the road. And I could see, but they couldn't see where they were going. So, you know, it's kind of sobering to witness that, yeah.
Today, the foundations of the barracks, with rooms for entire families as small as 16 by 20 feet, remain in Granada, Colorado.
And you're right where your family's barrack was. That's crazy.
Along with signs of community Japanese Americans thoughtfully cultivated within the barbed wire.
So when we walk through the landscape, we see these little pieces of people's lives. So this is just a tin can, probably from the mess hall right ahead of us, that's been modified. So they've punched holes in the bottom, maybe to make some sort of like a sprinkler, or maybe like a flower pot, right, where you have drainage.
Photos show a young Hideko playing with a tin can turned toy.
Enduring the unthinkable with dignity. I think that's what we did. That's what they did.
Now she's walking those grounds again alongside her daughter and granddaughter.
I was also really, really close with my grandmother, so it's a little emotional. They were born here, they were citizens. They should have been protected by the government, who instead incarcerated them.
Through the University of Denver's Amache research project, Tallene Sample helped survey where her grandmother once lived, searching for notable fragments left behind 80 years ago.
As a descendant, seeing what your family had faced and the conditions they were forced into, what was that like emotionally?
I think it was a little bit shocking. My grandma came to like my 4th grade class and my sister's 4th grade classes, and she would tell us about the internment camp experience and what Japanese Americans experienced during World War II. And she would show us pictures, but the pictures were all black and white, so it seemed just kind of a different world and a different era. And so I think that being here and just kind of seeing it in color, seeing it how it exists, kind of reminded me of the connection that it has to the present and to like who I really am, and it's not just some kind of isolated, separate era.
It's a feeling I share, given my own family history.
I haven't been to an incarceration site before.
My grandparents were incarcerated in another camp during World War II.
You know, my grandfather used to share, he had this vivid memory of a child where he would look through the barbed wire, he would look up at the armed guards as an 8-year-old boy and wonder, why am I here? What did I do wrong? Confusion as an 8-year-old boy. And this is a reconstructed guard tower, but I think it's such an evocative symbol, because who are these guards protecting the rest of the country from? My 8-year-old grandfather?
For decades, survivors like Bob Fujigami have pushed for Amache to become a national historic site.
Is this what you would sleep on?
Yeah. Each person was given a cot.
Even testifying before Congress.
Mess halls, toilets, showers were communal. No privacy. They had orders to shoot us if we tried to escape.
1, 2.
This year, those efforts were officially realized. Something Bob, now 94, thought he wouldn't live to witness.
It's one thing to talk about it, it's another to actually be on the grounds, think about being placed there. People 50 years from now, 100 years from now, will stop by and say, gee, did we do that to these people who did nothing wrong? And it'll get them to think, well, it could have happened to them.
The National Park Service will fund and oversee the park's 460 acres that have previously been maintained by largely volunteers.
What do you hope people take away after a visit to Amache?
To realize how remote this would be and how much our fellow Americans had suffered by being placed in these internment camps. And again, to remember that we should never do this to each other ever again.
Continuing a decades-old tradition, hundreds of survivors, family members, and beyond descended on the site to reflect on the dark, often suppressed period of history and remember those who endured it and have since passed.
They were doing the memorial service, and there was a breeze coming through. And it was almost as if they were saying, well, thank you for being here, and don't let this happen again. It's important to remember.
Nightly Films is sponsored by Pfizer.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.